Hey, good morning. It's Rise and Shine Day 12, and we are on June 16. It's the first day of the first quarter of the Seminar 23 year. Oh, my word. First of all, let's celebrate Sue Welch and Leah Coates. They both ended as Diamond Stars, and we are so excited to celebrate them today. And so, thank you, Sue and Leah, for your work and becoming a star. And Sue was a 4-quarter star, so she gets extra points towards her star. I can't wait to find out what you guys pick, and I'm super excited because I earned tickets to a St. Louis Cardinals game in the club seating. I cannot wait to order them. So if you're wondering, okay, how can I be a star? We're going to talk about that, but not in today's video. I just want you to know that today, every single consultant in all of Mary Kay is at 0. Even national sales directors are at 0 when it comes to being a star consultant. So I love that. I love that today you get to decide if you're going to be a first quarter star for our Seminar 2023 year. And if you are, be sure to comment, I'm going to be a star. I'm going to be a star. And then let us know what star level are you going to end up at. Alrighty, so I wanted to give you an update, a big update on the golf event that I was at this last few days. I'm clearly not still in Sutton's Bay. I'm in my living room. And there were some new stories that came out, some new ideas that came out as Jeff played his second day of golf. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready to hear what happened? Okay, guess what? He probably had his worst day of golf that I've ever seen him have in years and years and years. Excuse me. So, what does that mean? What happened? What are we going to do about this? Well, all through the day, we kept on thinking, oh, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. He's going to fix this. And you know what? It almost became laughable because pretty much every hole, if something was going to go wrong, it went wrong. He ended up in, I don't know how many sand traps, how many out of bounds, one in a lake or in a pond. One hit a tree. I'm not sure what happened here. And so we were just like, this is not Jeff. This is not how Jeff golfs. We've never seen this happen before. It's crazy. And the farther it went, the more we ended up having just to be like, okay, this is clearly not Jeff's day. But he had such a fantastic attitude about it. He exhibited so much grace. I think in years past, he probably would have not responded as he did because he's grown so much in his mental game. Okay, so here's the thing. The guy he was golfing with, there's two guys. They get split up. Like he didn't know these other two guys before. But yeah, one of the guys that he was golfing with ended up being number 2 in the tournament and almost breaking a course record. That is a really, really big deal. So Jeff, who is an amazing golfer, had the very worst day of golf that he's had in years, was golfing with a guy that probably had one of his best days of golf in years. Like the day before, Joe, the guy he was golfing with, he didn't have that great of a game. We weren't super impressed with Joe. And the next day, even the media started showing up. By about hole 14, here comes the TV camera. By 15, all of a sudden there's 2 golf carts with media in it. By 16, Joe's game started going south. He didn't do as well. He started making errors. His putting didn't go as well. There's really a lot of things to consider as we think about Mary Kay and golf and what do they have in common. First of all, you guys, no matter what happens in your day at a party, if it doesn't go well, it's no reflection on you, okay? We get this mixed up a lot that we think that our performance or our score is a reflection of us. Yes, it may be a reflection if you haven't done the work. But if you've done the work and you've prepared and you've shown up and it doesn't go well, listen, it's not about you. It just sometimes happens that way. I can tell you, I have had parties that I've gone to that I wish I'd never, ever stepped in the door. So, first of all, remind yourself if you have a bad day or you have a bad week, it's not about you. Okay. You can fix things. And I'm sure that Jeff, the next time he goes on the golf course, it's going to remind himself of some things that he probably learned on Tuesday. But some of it was beyond his control. And clearly, we know that Jeff is an exceptionally good golfer. Okay. What else did I want to say to you? It would be very easy in both golf and in Mary Kay to compare yourself. You might be having not your best year ever, or your best month, or your best week in Mary Kay. And you look to your left or your right, and you see someone else that is on fire. Like everything they do turns to gold. Everything is amazing for them. Every party holds. They have 25 people on their virtual parties. Okay, then it's easy for us to shut down and think, well, that's just because they're golden, they're amazing, they're on fire, and I'm a loser. No, stop it. It's not true. It is not true. So comparison is the thief of joy, you guys. Jeff could have easily gotten into a funk. He could have gotten crabby and grumpy. I mean, 5 hours of golfing when every single thing you do is not working and the guy next to you, every single hit he has is magical, that can really mess with your head. But I could see Jeff, instead of comparing, he was so kind to Joe. He's fist bumping him, he's encouraging him. And the other guys were encouraging Jeff. They're like, good job. You know, he did have some good hits, by the way. Not every single one was horrible, but many of them were not how we wanted them to turn out. Okay. So comparison can be really deadly to your Mary Kay business. So I want to encourage you, play your own game. If you need to tweak some things, you need to learn some things, you need to grow in things, absolutely do that. We've talked about that the last couple of days. Here's something I also noticed. When we think that we need to measure up to people who are watching, it can affect our game. And I think that's what happened with Joe. He was under a lot of pressure. All of a sudden, he knew he was number 2 in the tournament. He knew he could break a course record. He just needed that one more bogey. No, birdie, birdie. See, I'm not a golf person, but I do know birdies are good, bogeys are not. Okay, so the birdie didn't happen. He had been having birdies and eagles on every single hole. It seemed like it was crazy. You know what? Media showed up, and I'm sure he got in his head a little bit. So you guys, try to keep your eyes on your game, on what you're doing, and try really hard. Work focused at not worrying about what other people think. One of my favorite quotes in Mary Kay that I heard and I learned and I love is, what other people think of you is none of your business. Think about that. What other people think about you is none of your business. If you lived like that and you could just keep your eyes on what does God think about you and what do you think about you and make it positive, it'll make a huge difference. Okay, here's the last thing I wanted to say about this. The next time Jeff steps on the golf course, the next time Joe steps on the golf course, and the next time you step into a Mary Kay appointment, it all starts at 0. Every single one of us start at 0. And it's the beginning, the very first day of the star quarter for 2023. We all start at 0. So no matter what happened yesterday or last week or last month or last quarter, it matters not. We're all at 0. We all have the choice to make this quarter a different story. We have the choice of starting well, of not giving up, of not thinking about what other people think about, right? So, as I close, I just want to remind you today's a new day, fresh with no mistakes. That's from Anne of Green Gables. And I want to know, what is your choice today? Are you going to keep going? Are you going to keep persevering? Are you going to stop the comparison game and just keep your eyes on the prize for you and what's best for you and your family? I sure hope so. And I hope these lessons from golf are ones that you hold on to, because they are true and you can make a difference in your this quarter of your Mary Kay business. Okay, have a great day.